Which European nation established Jamestown in 1607? England. What colony did William Penn found as a haven for Quakers? Pennsylvania. What cash crop drove early Virginia's economy? Tobacco. What 1770 street clash in Boston fueled colonial anger? The Boston Massacre. What 1773 protest destroyed tea cargoes in Boston Harbor? The Boston Tea Party. In which city did the First Continental Congress meet? Philadelphia. The shot heard round the world occurred where? Lexington and Concord. Who wrote the 1776 pamphlet Common Sense? Thomas Paine. Who was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. On what date was the Declaration adopted? July 4th, 1776. Washington's 1776 attack followed his crossing of which river? Delaware. What 1777 victory is called the war's turning point? Saratoga. Which French aristocrat aided the Continental Army? Marquis de Lafayette. Where did Washington's army winter in 1777-1778? Valley Forge. Which American general became infamous for treason? Benedict Arnold. What 1781 victory ended major fighting? Yorktown. What treaty ended the Revolutionary War? Treaty of Paris, 1783. What was the first U.S. Constitution called? Articles of Confederation. What uprising exposed the article's weaknesses? Shays' Rebellion. Which state last ratified the articles? Maryland. What plot tried to undermine Washington's leadership? The Conway Cabal. What 1787 gathering drafted the Constitution? Constitutional Convention. In which city did the convention meet? Philadelphia. Who presided over the convention? George Washington. Which plan proposed representation by population? The Virginia Plan. What compromise created a bicameral Congress? Great Connecticut Compromise. How many amendments are in the Bill of Rights? Ten. Who wrote most of the Federalist Papers? Alexander Hamilton. What pen name was used for the Federalist Papers? Publius. Which clause grants Congress implied powers? Necessary and Proper Clause. Who was the first U.S. president? George Washington. Who was the first Secretary of the Treasury? Alexander Hamilton. What 1794 uprising protested a federal tax? Whiskey Rebellion. What scandal involved agents X, Y, and Z? XYZ affair. What 1798 laws targeted immigrants and critics? Alien and Sedition Acts. What case established judicial review? Marbury versus Madison. What land deal double U.S. territory? Louisiana Purchase. What expedition explored to the Pacific? Lewis and Clark. The War of 1812 was fought against which nation? Great Britain. What 1815 battle occurred after the peace treaty? Battle of New Orleans. What policy opposed new European colonization? Monroe Doctrine. What law paired Missouri with Maine? Missouri Compromise. What 1830 law authorized native removal? Indian Removal Act. What was the Cherokee removal called? Trail of Tears. Texas won independence from which country? Mexico. What term expressed coast-to-coast destiny? Manifest destiny. What war yielded the Mexican secession? Mexican-American War. Where was gold discovered in 1848? Sutter Mill. What 1854 act allowed popular sovereignty? Kansas-Nebraska Act. What nickname described violence in Kansas? Bleeding Kansas.